morning, good evening. We are on our way back to our favorite place, J. Alexander's, because my dog ate my leftovers and my mama just wanted an excuse to go back. She's not having a great day today. I did bring my book with me. I doubt I'm gonna be able to sit there and read, but I'll be able to get some content. But yeah, welcome to this week's vlog. How you doing? Okay, this is our 4th time in a week, so I'm excited. I ain't having a drink today.
Enjoy your meal.
Thank you. I am not drinking today because I definitely chugged the drink yesterday. Is that our friend? Where you sitting us right here today? Thank you. Okay, they got us seated in a different spot today. We bought a bar. We done been all over at this point. I'm curious to see who our waiter is gonna be. Ooh, they got a baked potato soup.
Huh?
They got a baked potato soup.
Oh, do they?
They got a down home chicken sandwich. So they do like their specials on this menu, and then they have their regular menu, which I think I want. It's gonna be a little different because it was the special the other day, but I think I'm gonna get the same thing that I had the other night because Gunner ate my leftovers. So I'm gonna do the New York strip with the mac and cheese and a side of the broccoli. And like a ginger ale or something. Real simple. When I tell you I know all of Capri in them business because my mother has filled me in. I DNF'd Amy. I'm not gonna go into a lot of detail, but it triggered me really, really bad. And not necessarily for like explicit details as much as it was for the way that a certain situation was being spoken about. So Jess and I decided we're not gonna read it for the podcast. I got mail. I'm super excited about that, but I also have to refill my Twisby, so I got Sharice on the phone. We got each other muted because she's still working, and she wants to see how that's filled up, but I have mail. Speaking of filling up my pen, Gunner, move. I found my blue ink. I thought I lost it, but I found it, so that's a good thing. Okay, first up, I have a book that I have wanted since I saw it. Let me go find some scissors.
Oh, which book?
I got Zeal.
We both got book mail today.
Oh, I'm so it's gonna take everything in me not to throw Tar Baby across the room so I can read this. Gunner, here, baby. You want the... My dog is a troll. Here, you want the... It's bubble wrap in here. Here, baby. You want it? Okay, no, you're licking my arm. Are you finished? Y'all, I've been wanting this book since I saw that it was coming out. This will probably be the first thing that I read in April. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate you. And then we got covers now, mail. We got mail. Come on in here and see my... I ain't even sing my mama song to y'all. I need to check on Jay. I know she wasn't feeling good. She's said she had the cooties. Friend, you got The Wilderness. We could read it together.
Did you get a hardback?
No.
Our covers are...
I got, the arcs usually come paperback.
Is your cover green?
No.
Why did my heart was green?
No.
Oh. I should stop.
They are all the same. I'm trying to think. Just her copy of it should be coming in the mail soon too. Listen, Jay, the tape that you put on these boxes, cousin. I've been here having a fist fight to get my stuff. It's 2 books in here. Why is 2 books?
Party a vlog. Okay.
Why is 2 books? Okay, so in the box, you get, oh, it's Nikki Payne's books. Oh my gosh. So this one says, hey reader, thank you for supporting Cover Snob. I'm beyond thrilled to feature Nikki Payne's work in this box. Her ability to reimagine these classic Jane Austen novels while honoring the original themes is nothing short of phenomenal. These remake stories are a testament to her incredible talent and creativity. If you've already read one or both of these novels, I hope you're just as excited as I am to add these stunning additions to your collection. If this is your first time experiencing these stories, I can't wait for you to fall in love with these characters. So, per usual, we got wax seals on both books. Okay, I don't know what order they go in, but I guess I'll find out. Or maybe they're not necessarily in an order. So the first one is Gunner, baby. My child likes bubble wrap. Here you go. So we got some stickers of the characters. We have a bookmark. And then this one is Sex, Lies, and Sensibility. And that is what... Before my child knocked y'all over. That is what the edges look like. They're so pretty. The orange is like perfection. I love that. Let's get some more light over here. That's better. So that's the first one. I've never read any of Nikki Payne's books, but Sarah is a really big fan. And I think I'm gonna leave these for my summer reads, because I'll probably want to reread the Jane Austen books also as well. So then next up we have Pride and Protest. And that is the side. I really like the edges. They're so pretty. I'll show you guys how they look together in a second. And then we got signature cards that have the characters on them, and then a bookmark. And then this is what they look like together. This is like perfect. Like, it looks so good. It looks so good. Y'all already know, if you want to get Cover Snob, you can use the code Shelby Monet for a discount that I think it's like 10% off. It is an awesome Black-owned company. Y'all should definitely support. Jay is awesome. She also has a podcast. She does a buddy read also on her Instagram that you can just ask her about. And again, my friend Robert, thank you so much for this. I'm so fucking excited. I might try to squeeze this in this week. Like, I'm not even playing with y'all. I might. Because I had to DNF Zamy. So the only thing that I still have Death of the Author going. And I started Tar Baby. I got time. I could squeeze in. I could. Or it's going to be the very first thing that I read. Y'all. Oh my gosh. And I need y'all to understand that I will be buying a hard copy. Listen, it's okay. I have multiple copies of Call Baby laying around this house. So, all right. Now I'm going to FaceTime with my friend, and I have to try to at least outline for Wednesday's post so that I can either write it or something when I get back. So, okay, love you, bye. The last 2 weeks, I've had like over an hour of content to record, and this week, like nothing. But the last 2 days, I've been really productive. I've been editing and just, like getting stuff done. I went and got a pedicure yesterday. I could have recorded that, but I didn't. Right now, I am going to go pick me up some clear soup from this Thai restaurant that I like in South Orange, because my stomach is upset. I don't know. It's a multitude of things. I'm sorry. I know I'll be distracted by the wildlife. Migraine. Mother Nature is fighting back. So my body is just going through it right now. So I'm gonna stop and do that. And then I'm gonna read for the rest of the day. I really want to finish Death of the Author, and then I want to finish Tar Baby, and I need to read Destry and Titus for the pod tomorrow. I've really been thinking about like me DNFing it from being triggered, and I don't necessarily want to talk about why I was triggered and stuff like that, because I'd have to delve into some stuff I don't really want to talk about on the internet. But one, I think it was triggering because the subject, I haven't had to like face it in the way that I had to in the book. Whereas I'm accustomed to certain things being like very detailed or from the perspective of the victim, that I can handle. But, and this is not, I want to be careful with what I say, because I'm not necessarily bashing Audre Lorde or calling Audre Lorde an abuser, right? But the situation, albeit she was a child, is assault. And I haven't had to face the perspective of the, let's say for lack of better words, the abuser, from a perspective of where they were just exploring. And that's what triggered me real bad. And it's not that perspective is invalid either, right? Because could be. That was just a lot for me. And I think for people that have never had certain things happen to them, they may read through that and like whatever. I am curious to see where the rest of the book goes eventually. I'll probably wait until the audiobook comes out in May, and I'll get a copy of the audiobook, and maybe I'll read it then, because I need I'm curious. I just need to separate myself for a little while. But then there also was some guilt behind not necessarily DNFing it, but DNFing something that is a part of the book club, right? Like, well, not the book club, the podcast, right? Like, that makes me feel like I'm failing in a way. But I think there's always this thing where Black women are kind of taught to risk themselves for the betterment of everything else. Risk yourself for the betterment of business. Risk yourself for, the betterment of everybody else, and so on and so forth. So I think that was in there too. So that's kind of been lingering in my mind the last couple of days. Just processing that. I'll probably talk about it in my Sunday sit down this week. So we shall see. I know people mean well when they put the like birth announcement things in their yard. I've only noticed that in like more affluent neighborhoods, but it gives me anxiety because even when they do it for graduations and stuff, and it'll have like such and such is graduating, and it'll have like their picture and what school they go to. Like, we just live in a different world now, and like I wouldn't want nobody just driving by knowing that I got a brand new baby in my house. Maybe I watch too much true crime. Maybe I'm the issue. Maybe I've given myself anxiety, but I just like, don't nobody need to know. The people that need to know. The strangers driving by my house don't need to know that there's a teenager or that there are children in my house. Started Tar Baby. I'm on chapter 3. And I know that this is supposed to be a love story. And I think often we misconstrue love and romance. And I think that might be the point of this story because, Auntie Morrison is always teaching us a lesson. So, starts off, we meet a man who jumps ship and all but dies. And then he hitches a ride secretly on another boat, like a smaller boat, with these 2 women on it. He hides, he doesn't harm them or anything. And then we end up on this island. So we meet a bunch of characters in the first chapter. We're on this island that is owned by a man named Valerian, and he's obviously a white man. Excuse me. And we are getting his relationship with his wife Margaret, which is a little sus. But then we also get the relationship between Sydney and his wife. Sydney is the butler. His wife's name is Ondine. We get their relationship, so they're a Black couple. And they're like living on this island. Valerian is miserable. His wife doesn't like living in the Caribbean because it's hot. She kind of has a relationship with Ondine, but she doesn't have any friends. And then we meet, her name is Jadine. We meet Jadine, who is the niece of Ondine and Sydney, who is a model. So like everything that I've learned in chapter 1 and chapter 2 is kind of just placing me and kind of learning the characters. From the information that I know, I don't know how this is going to turn into a story about love, but it also makes me think about when Walter Mosley said that he was working on a romance, and everyone got excited, and he was like, well, it's not romance in the way that we know the genre today. It's romance as the thing was originally. As the genre was meant originally. So I don't know, we'll see where it goes. I'm enjoying it. I realized that the 31st is actually on Monday and not Tuesday. So I think I only have like 5 hours left. Let's see. Oh, 7 hours left. What book do I have 5 hours left in? Oh, maybe that's Death of the Author. Because I'm not feeling good. I mean, I still could finish this between today and tomorrow. Because I'm not feeling good, I didn't do the reading that I planned today, and I feel like that's a story in my life, and I feel like I get on here every week and I'll be like, I'm gonna read 17 books this week, and then I'll be like, I don't feel good. So maybe I need to reevaluate the goals that I'm setting for myself. I don't know. I get them done though, how I see fit, but all the books I got going right now need to be situated by Monday, to be honest with you, because I got stuff that I want to read next week. So that is it, and that is all. My head hurts right now, so I'm gonna try to read a little bit, see if I can get into a groove. Maybe I'll read like some novellas or something. I have to take my mother to the airport. If her flight was at 6 o'clock in the morning, she would have had me dropping her off at the airport at 3 a.m. Her flight, she should be at the airport at about like 9. It's 8 o'clock right now. She like, oh, I need to take Gunner out. Like, bro, morning traffic? You're not accounting for morning traffic? I understand neither one of us have to like be up and out during the day for real anymore. So, you know, if you're not in it every day, you don't really account for it. But I'm like, it's the airport in the morning. And I know she has, you know, like clear and stuff like that. But I'm like, we gotta get on the highway. I don't know sometimes. So then she like, I could take him real quick. And I'm like, first of all, he don't never walk real quick with her. So I'm like, he's gonna have to wait until I get back. Like, it is what it is. But I don't like when stuff is, especially with stuff like this, like, oh, you can miss your flight. Like, you're not just going to a doctor's appointment, or you're not just going to, you know, like, you can miss your flight. Airports are, you know, other people got to be at the airport too right now. Other people are on the road going the places that they're going. So, but whatever. Listen, it's her obligation, it ain't mine. So she being leisurely about it, that's on. But it's just like, what are we doing? And then the other part about it is, I said to her, okay, if you're gonna take him, I checked on my Google Maps how long, if there's any traffic right now, right? Like, I checked. It says it's gonna take us like 45 minutes to get to the airport. So if she wants to be there by 9, we need to leave by 8:15. It's 8:08 right now. It's 8:08. What are we doing? Where's she at? In the house. So that's on her. It is a million hours later. I am almost finished with Death of the Author. I only have a few hours left to read of it, but I got some book mail. Oh, this is from the I won a giveaway on Instagram, and this is a nonfiction. Oh, I'm super excited about this. So this is called Everyone Who Is Gone Is Here: The United States, Central America, and the Makings of a Crisis by Jonathan Blitzer. So this says, everyone who makes the journey faces an impossible choice. Hundreds of thousands of people who arrive every year at the U.S.-Mexico border travel far from their homes. For years, the majority came from El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras, but many more have begun their journey much farther away. Some flee persecution, others crime or hunger. They may have already been deported, but the United States remains their only hope for safety and prosperity. They will make their choices. As Jonathan Blitzer dramatizes with forensic, unprecedented reporting, and this crisis is the result of decades of misguided policy and sweeping corruption, brilliantly weaving the stories of Central Americans whose lives have been devastated by chronic political conflict and violence with those of American activists, government officials, and the politicians responsible for the country's tragically tangled immigration policy. Blitzer reveals the full layer picture of this vast, unremitting conflict. Very interested to read this, and I think this is considered like narrative nonfiction in the same way that When Crack Was King is. This will probably be something that I read and listen to, but I'm excited. I totally forgot this was coming. Totally forgot this was coming. Yeah, I may add this to my list. I don't know, but we'll see. I've already got a long list of things to read. My girl is tired today. I don't feel good. But yeah, just an update on Death of the Author. I still can't really tell you what the book is about. Like, I have no idea what's going on. Like, it's not connecting yet, and I think that might be a genre thing that I'm experiencing. I'm not necessarily mad about it. Today is Friday. What did I do today? I just don't really know what's going on. For real. Like, sincerely, I don't know. So once I'm done, I'll come back and I'll let y'all know. And then I started Emily Rumble's book. I only read a couple of pages, but I do want to read the rest of the first chapter. See how far I get later. That'll probably be what else I read today. And then tomorrow I'm going to finish Tar Baby. That's my mission for tomorrow. Buddy. My energy is super low today. Leave it alone, please. Leave it alone. I do have some writing that I want to do. So we'll see, but I'll probably do that tomorrow. I also have some, like something that I want to record real quick. I couldn't do that right now though. I'll probably do it tomorrow just to be safe. Just to be safe. But yeah, I have an idea for Wednesday's post. Kind of surrounding being a like book club host. So being a book club host, I am like, I don't want to say responsible for, but kind of put in this position to help people guide themselves through different perspectives, right? Which I didn't anticipate for that. I also think I'm always kind of put in this place where I'm helping people navigate their emotions or like larger things that have happened to them. I'm gonna start charging you half as a fee. But like yesterday I had to tell someone, I was like, I'm not a therapist, right? There's a difference between venting and being like, I just need some words of encouragement and someone to listen to the fact that like my kids don't listen and work is hard or whatever the case may be. But when we get into things like grief or breakups or whatever the case may be, you need a professional. You need a professional, right? And I am not that. Y'all may think that I'm wise beyond my years and I may have a particular tone or offer different perspectives, right? But I am not a therapist. All of that to say, I don't mind being an ear, but we also have to be cognizant of what venting is. Okay? With that said, as a book club host, I feel like I have taken on, or I didn't realize how far my reach actually was going to go. That's what I should say. Because I thought we just gonna be reading books, and it's so far beyond that. And with that, as I was saying, I have become this person that is guiding people's perspective. And I have a responsibility there, right? Because I want people to think. I want them to be open to other things and other possibilities outside of their lived experience, right? So me and a friend of mine who also has a book club, we're talking about someone's reaction to a particular book. And the person felt like there was indigenous representation left out, when in this particular case, that book is supposed to be about the advancement of Blackness after a large event. And something that came to my mind was, in order to really advocate for, support, love Black art, artists, authors, books, literature, so on and so forth, you have to be open to the full gamut of Blackness. And that means that every bit of Black art, again, art is all encompassing: music, literature, books, paintings, whatever. You're not going to always be able to see yourself, or you're not always going to be represented in that art, but that doesn't negate the art, or it doesn't mean that it is lacking representation just because you don't see yourself in it. And I think often we are so accustomed to looking for ourselves in art that when we don't see ourselves, it immediately means that there's something wrong, and it means that we cannot connect with it because we don't directly see ourselves. That's not true. Your representation not being in something doesn't negate your existence. But your representation not being there also doesn't negate what is actually there, right? So it kind of made me think like, oh, maybe that's why people are against things like urban fiction, because they only have respect for the Black experience that they have lived. It goes, think about the diaspora wars, right? How people think because they grew up putting sugar in their grits that there's no way that other people put salt and pepper in their grits, or vice versa, right? Or because you grew up and your granny cleaned collard greens a certain way, that means that that's the only way. There is no other. And that's just not factual, right? And me agreeing with or understanding Black experiences that I have not personally lived doesn't, like, it doesn't actually matter. It doesn't, I don't, who are me to say that someone's lived experience is right or wrong just because I don't understand it or I don't live it, right? So how does that also trickle down into the content and things that we accept, right? I may not be out here actually dating drug dealers, but that doesn't mean that I can't sympathize with a character like Capri from Jaquel Jade's books, and the difficulty that she's going through with dating, right? Because, excuse me, outside of her literal experiences as a fictional character, right? I know what it's like to be a Black woman that is smart, that is struggling, right? Now, granted, I don't feel like listening to that heifer whine for 7 to 10 books, so I ain't rushing into reading them, but that doesn't mean that I can't get there. Or just because I'm someone that lives in the hood, right, and knows what it's like to live in the projects or whatever the case may be, doesn't mean that I can't read something like Their Eyes Were Watching God and relate to the journey that Janie goes on as a woman. Does that make sense? So I think I want to write about that. How can we be open to the full, I'm writing if you can't tell, gamut of Blackness? How do we do that? I think it's important. I think it would like mitigate a lot of the drama, right? Just certain things. Something to think about. So I might do a little writing either later or tomorrow. We'll see. We shall see. I'm gonna make some wings real quick. And yeah, I don't know, maybe not tomorrow, maybe in a couple of days I'll write for that, because I gotta finish the Sunday sit down. I didn't do a playlist for this week, so maybe I'll do one tomorrow. We'll see. I made a kind of early dinner. So I made some wings. Yes, I'm gonna eat all of those. And I sauteed some kale. I just like some olive oil, and I season it with like a complete seasoning and a little bit of Cajun seasoning, and let it like wilt down to a certain point. Add a little bit of water or chicken broth to let it steam. I like it to still have bite to it, so I don't overcook it. Also fried some plantain. I'm not gonna show y'all that because they kind of burnt. They taste good though. I think I have like 2 hours left of, yeah, 2.5 hours left of Death of the Author. I'm enjoying it. It's very good. So we'll see. And then got my Topo Chico to drink. Trying to drink more water in all ways possible. You know. Okay, so while I was out earlier, and didn't record none of it because I always get in the store and forget, I found some Dubai chocolate. Back up, Gunner. Back up. Go. Sit down. Dang troll. I found some Dubai chocolate. It's milk chocolate because I'm not too partial to dark chocolate. It was expensive. I feel like this was like $11. So, huh?
You ever had it before?
No, but I've been wanting to try it. And I want to try, Gunner, move. I want to try the place down the street. They got a Dubai, like, strawberry cup. Like a Dubai chocolate strawberry cup. But I was like, I wanted to just try it regular before I try the strawberry cup. Gunner, move! So it is all like pretty and decorated on the outside. You know, see?
So it's just a...
Huh. It's milk chocolate. And it got the Kadafa.
You really putting that down?
He's standing between my legs. So,
okay.
There you go. It's the pistachio cream and the I like that. I like that a lot. Oh yeah, I didn't know that's good with strawberries. So now I'm gonna have to go down the street to a place. The Kadafa is just shredded phyllo dough that they toast. So it gives it crunch. But pistachio, the pistachio cream, I don't know how to describe how that tastes because pistachio is very, pistachios have a unique flavor. In this particular way, it kind of tastes peanut adjacent, but it's not. That's very good. If you like salty with your sweet, you'll like this. And I had put it in the refrigerator, let it get a little cold. Honestly, they could just give me the pistachio cream and the Kadifa, whatever it's called. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. That's good. My mother's back. And she got me at Popeyes.
Thanks for waiting.
No problem. Thank you. Have a good one. Don't nobody say nothing about my code switching voice. I'm here to say that I be trying to prevent my tism from flaring up in public, but sometimes I can't help it. And the cup was making a noise in the cup holder, and I was trying to ignore it because I think that's what neurotypical people do. Y'all just, it don't bother y'all. I was trying, but it was now I'm like patting around because I'm like, what is the noise? What is it? It was making me angry. What is it? What is the noise? And she looking at me like, what's wrong with you? I'm over here about to have a full-blown temper tantrum. And I'm like, you don't hear that? No. Okay. I've been up all morning cleaning and stuff. I don't feel like carrying nothing else. I think I'm gonna lay down and take me a little nap. And then when I get up, it's a couple little things that I could record real quick.
What happened?
I'm talking to my camera. Excuse me. And then I'll sit and read for the rest of the night. Gunner's gonna be excited. His granny is home. And he probably gonna be like, Granny, she tried to kill me. Because that's how he act every time she leave him. I'm like, Granny, you sure you leaving me here with her? Like, sir, I'm your mother. Huh? Yeah. I'm gonna lay down too, relax a little bit, and go from there.
Hey, Bubs. Hello. How you doing?
When I came to sit out here to record, you could have heard a pin drop in this house. Like, literally, you could have heard a pin drop. As soon as I sat out here, Gunner was licking himself and scratching. Now my mama up, moving around. You throwing something at me? I don't care. That don't make you any less loud. Jesus. It was a decent week. It was quiet this week. It was quiet. Everything that I read, I enjoyed. That I finished. I will probably be thinking about Death of the Author for a long time. I'm definitely going to read that book again. And I'm probably going to read it again soon because, like, before the year is out. Because it was really good. But, thank you for watching this week's vlog. I will see you in the next one. Bye, friends.